Hello and welcome. This is Theresa, and thanks for joining me here on my channel. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's always appreciated. Here we see my Ephemer Ember journal, and while I didn't put it in the title description yet, we are on day 19, and this is prompt 19, the paper bag handle and slow stitching, which I will edit my description for that later on and put all the great description information in there. If you are new to this collaboration, it is Ephemer Ember 2024 that is hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louise Heinzel. So be sure to go to my description after I'm done uploading this video and check out those links. You can also see the links in this picture at 49 Dragonflies and at Louisa Heinzel. And what's really nice about going and watching these gals and their videos is that a lot of times during their video, they will play their new Ephemer Ember song, and I just love it. Louisa has made 2 songs for crafting that I'm aware of. One, the most recent, and she did in collaboration with Barbara, is the Ephemer Ember song. Wrote it in collaboration. I believe I'm correct in everything that I'm saying. And the other was she did one prior to this about crafting. And oh my gosh, it is so funny. It is funny like her. And she just knows how to put a smile on your face. Well, typically when you watch Barbara on her channel, she usually is someone that you smile at while you listen to her talk as well. So do yourself a favor and go check out those ladies. Here's my journal, and I'm loving it. I can still hold this in one hand. I just love this cover, and I'm just happy with everything that's going on with it. Let's open it up. I made a little tuck spot here in the back for my sari silk to stay out of my way. It goes right there. Now, I have my paper bag handle right here. It's rip-roaring, ready to go. In my mind, you could consider this slow stitching, because I did put this twine through like you would stitching. I didn't use a needle, or did I? I don't know. I didn't use a needle. So anyways, I'm still going to add the slow stitching onto this, but there's no way that I was going to do this weaving on the camera. That would have been painful for you to watch even. So this is where I worked at yesterday. Let's find, oh yeah, let's see if we can use this now. Okay, I want to use this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my scraps from my scrap partner. I just love this piece, and maybe now is the time to use it. So I can put that on there, and then I can stick that in there, and that would be just lovely. the first thing I need to do is find something to back. I don't think this came from my scrap partner. Nope. My Joggles invoice, but I loved this paper. So I am saving it. What about using this? Because I could write on that. Is there anything lighter? Ooh, I like this a lot. I think I'll use this. Then I can write just little notes if I like. That would be good. I could even write with my fountain pen and it would show in many areas. I'm going to use that scrap on the back of here. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. We had a nice evening. Got the trailer cleaned today and I got my work done. And we went to a bar down the road. We're in Onalaska, Texas. So there's not a lot of opportunities to eat out. We've been to the restaurant that's in the RV park. We ordered out from a restaurant that's in town, and the food was awful. So strike that one off. There's a Sonic in town, and so eat there once in a while. But so tonight I went online and looked for something, and I found this place, and I thought, well, maybe it's a pub. I don't know. But we went, and it's pretty much a full-fledged biker bar that sells food, which is fine. The problem is that smoking in a bar is legal here in this area, in Texas. I don't know exactly what the full scoop of that is, but anyways, um, it wasn't real pleasant to smell. And on the way home, my husband just hacked his brains out. So the food was good. I had a plain hamburger. I'm a very simple eater, and some fried mushrooms that were pretty good. And so, anyways, it was good food. I enjoyed it. And if we want food from there before, we'll just have to see if they order out. And that will be our solution. Because I surely don't want my husband to feel bad like he did on the way home again. I'm using Salty Ocean to ink my edges. And I just like that kind of bright contrast. Not a lot, just on the edges pretty much, so not overboard. So good day overall, and came home and got busy getting work on doing this video. Oh, I think I do want to round the edges. Actually, I haven't done this for a while. Let's use this. And that's going to go on there. Now let's see about doing some slow stitching. I think that color would be pretty interesting. I have no idea what I'm going to slow stitch. Hi, Joan. Nice to see you. I'm only like 15 minutes into the video. I'm getting to the painful part. That's when I try to slow stitch. I watched you slow stitch the other day, and you did really well, Joan. I was watching very carefully to see how many times you pricked your fingers, and I didn't see you do that any. We may draw blood from me doing this. You never know when I might draw blood on one of my videos because I deal with such sharp objects with such shaky hands. Hi, Tony. Nice to see you again. I'm just making a mess of this embroidery thread. I used to know how to do this in the days when I cross stitched, but I don't cross stitch anymore. Well, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and thread my needle. Oh, this is a mess. You know, I was watching Vanessa with Clemens Crafts one night, and she was in a live chat, and she had some gals there chatting with her. I lost my needle. Oh, phooey. Anyways, gotta be here somewhere. Well, if at first you don't succeed, find another needle. There it is. I see it now. So what was I saying? She was talking with some gals, and I guess they make needles that are side threading. So they have like a little opening on the side where you can just pull your. I might be able to do this. You can just thread it through the side. Yeah, no, I don't know what I was thinking that I could do that. How's Canada doing, Joan? Any into the strike? And are you still able to get mail by, like, say, UPS or FedEx or something? Is that how you get your mail? Inquiring minds want to know. I know we do need them, Joan, because sometimes I pull too hard on that needle threader and it comes apart. So my husband has to go buy me a new one. I don't know my own strength. Hold still. Okay. So what I was thinking was making little exits. Okay, guys. Ugh. I haven't got email yet, but strike was finally over on Tuesday. Oh, I am so glad to hear that. I'll bet a lot of Canadians are relieved for that. I can't imagine what that would be like. I think I went overboard on the thread. I don't need that much. You are so sweet, Joan, to think of that. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. Tony just subscribed to your channel, Joan. So this, in case you're wondering, this was made from a handle on a gift bag. So I take the handles and I cut them off and then I unravel them. And these are little thin pieces. And so like you can braid or weave these little thin pieces. I took a big piece and I cut it all the way up to there, up to there, up to there, and up to there. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to weave twine through. I weaved twine through on mine. Hi, Casey. Yes, sir. I am working on today's Ephemer Ember prompt paper bag handle, which is this, and which has had some burlap twine weave through it. And right now I'm painstakingly working on slow stitching. So far, I haven't had any intense pain, but I can anticipate it will be coming because I can't imagine not missing at least one time and getting my finger, especially being this is kind of tough textile to go through with my embroidery thread needle. And so my goal here is to make these X's over the twine to reinforce it a bit. And then I have a scrap from my swap partner, actually 2 scraps, that I'm going to lay this down on top of and then stick it into my pocket. Did anything fun happen for anybody today? For me, it was getting my RV cleaned in preparation for the holidays. This weekend, I'm going to um, make some, what are they called? They're called peanut clusters. I think they have more to the name than that. They're made with chow mein noodles, Planters salted peanuts, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then, so you get the chocolate hot and you mix in the chow mein noodles and then you drop it onto wax paper to make clusters, and they're yummy. Oh, yeah. As usual, those ladies. So, yes, Casey, it does look like a lot of fun, and it is a lot of fun. And those ladies, Louise and Barbara, have outdone themselves even more than usual, I think. Well, I just got to show you. I'm just going to leave that in there so I don't lose track of it. But this is what Louisa inspired me to do yesterday. So this was the mini pocket letter in specimen prompt, and she used like a trading card, um, something like this. Only this is for like a this is like a page protector thing. But and then trading card pages, they have sewing and they have pockets. Oh, Joan, I thought you were doing Defember because I saw you slow stitching. I thought maybe I've got you confused with somebody else. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Yeah, I'm sure any time is fine. Nobody is judgmental, or no one who matters is judgmental about this sort of thing. I know, she's so funny. I've heard her do it before, but recently she's dropped a couple of F bombs, and I just break out laughing when she does that because she's the only YouTuber I've ever heard who does that. It's hilarious. It's not one of my favorite words, but it's funnier and I'll get out when she does that. Well, I'd share my peanut clusters with y'all if I could. Yep, that's right. She was getting upset with her stamp. So funny. Have you guys heard the Defember Ember song? It is so cool. I would love to be able to play it when I'm doing my video. I'm going to reach out and ask them if they would consider um, doing a special licensing for those of us that are participating in Defember Ember, or for those who have purchased the song, like I purchased it and downloaded it. So I'm going to reach out. I've been thinking about doing it and I haven't done it yet. So hopefully I'll remember. But I want to ask them if they'll consider doing like a limited, or I don't know what you would call it, conditional. Oh, I got to knot my thread. Licensing to allow us to play, say, 5 minutes of the song on our video. I don't know if I'm going to rescue this. This is not my forte. Have you heard Louisa's other song, Casey? She did another one right before she did the Defember one. It's pretty funny. Come on, please, 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 please. Maybe if I used a sharper needle. I feel like that's the case, Casey, but I haven't seen anyone else do it, and I haven't seen really somebody say, "Oh, by the way, you can play this during your video." But wouldn't that be cool? I'm a huge compliance type, so I try not to rock the boat. Comes with being a bookkeeper. Come on, you can come out. You can quit doing what you're doing. And why in the world did you do it in the first place? All right, that's it. I give up. So, what that means is that first I'm going to try and pull it through. And then I'm just going to try to pull this through past the knot. That's not going to happen. You silly thing, you. I promise I'm not going to drop a F-bomb with this. I promise. Okay. Quit fiddling with it. Cut that. And then I'm going to rethread it. Nope, it's over here. I didn't put it back in my needle book. So just a quick reminder, would you please hit that like button? And some of you, most of you have more subscribers than I do, so you've been around the block longer than I have. Can you tell me why I can't get more than, say, a big number for me for likes is like 7. I usually get 3. I think 3 is my average. My crutch word used to be fudge, but then I got so good that I didn't even have to use my crutch word anymore, Casey. But fluff is a good one too. Makes me think of a bunny. But what is the deal with likes? I mean, I can see like I've been averaging, I want to say 23 comes to mind. 23 views. And that's just, you know, regularly. Then I have shorts, or I have like some kind of collaboration that I'm doing that will bring in more likes or more views. I'm sorry. Ooh, there's nothing there that really my needle wants to go through. This is a very difficult textile to sew through. Are y'all ready for Christmas? I just got a little gift in that I bought for my husband. His main gift was, I told him, thanks, Joan. His main gift was, I told him to buy himself a fairing for his motorcycle. So the other gift that I got him came in through Amazon today, and I wrapped it up and took it out in the living room. We don't have a tree. There's just no room for a tree in this RV. That rhymes. Anyways, I put it up on the mantle where the TV is, and he goes, "What's that?" And I said, "What does it look like?" And he said, "A present." And I said, "Yep." He goes, "Not for me. I already got my present." And I said, "Well, it's for my favorite person." He goes, "Bruce's not here." That's our 4-year-old granddaughter. And I went, "Okay, second favorite person." I'm going to hold still. I'm going to jump over here and see if I can get some better traction. Who was it? Oh, I think it was Darcy. Made a foam stamp with um, something that would do like a line. Like, I think. Let's see. Come here, Punch. Is it that one? No, it is not that one. So this punch right here has a line. I only do lives too. Well, no, I lied. Sometimes I do others, but not very often. Anyways, she made a foam stamp with something like these lines, and she used that for her stitching. It was very cool. That girl is so creative. Whoops, hold too tight. I'm about ready to wrap this up. As usual, I have, oh my goodness, Joan, that's a lot of time commitment. Hoo-wee. You're a better person than I am. The thing is, too, it's really weird. So I use Switcher Studio to make my videos. And if I do live, I just click the button to stop recording, and it's almost instantaneously. I mean, it shows pretty much right away. And I get an email saying that my live is published, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it takes a little bit for it to render, but I get instant gratification still. And, but if I do a recording with Switcher Studio, oh, I think it's just me, but it takes me a much longer time. Let's see. Hi, Darcy. Nice to see you. I think we were just talking about you. Yeah, we were. It was all good. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do because That took so much of an effort. And I'm going to, oh, we were talking about your stamp, your, yeah, your foam stamp that you made with some device that would do just these little lines, Darcy. I was talking about it. Okay. I think I'm going to mimic a belly band with this, just in case I decide I want something like that later on. Now, Darcy, do I seem like the type of person who would talk smack about somebody who has been so exceptionally kind ever since I met you last year, I think it was, and I think it was for Ephemer Ember. I may be wrong, but that's my memory. I noticed lately that I saw some Stampin' Up punches on your channel, Darcy. I felt like that was something new, but maybe you've had them all along. I used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. That's so nice of her. I love that stamp. It's one of the um, products that they had about the time that I quit that I liked and thought was a good buy. But they just didn't have anything vintagey or grungy. Like the last catalog before I quit, I said to myself, if there is nothing in the catalog that I really want that is related to junk journaling, whatever. I was transitioning at the time, and even a lot of my greeting cards, I loved the vintage stuff. Okay, so now that can be used as a belly band if I want, and that can go in there. And because I was talking about what Darcy did, I don't think I'm going to try and stitch, but I was thinking that I just want to see what would happen if I took this punch and I need a strong piece of something. don't want to mess up any of that stuff. This is just white cardstock. I'm going to try and tilt it just a little bit. Nope, it didn't work. Okay. So what I was wondering is if I could use this for a mask. Oh, why didn't it go through? Let's keep trying. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Probably my pen. Oh well, nothing great. It was just a try. It would be cool if I actually embroidered that, but I don't want to sew through my Christmas mouse. That would be terrible. Okay, so this is day 19. And where am I gonna? I think I'm just gonna do it like this, because whenever I try to do it right onto the bumpy paper, it doesn't do a good job. There we go. I repurposed this lace so it has some book page still sticking to it. I repurposed ephemera book, large ephemera book number 2. So if you've watched some of my older videos, you would know what that is. Yeah, I like that better. And then I destashed ephemera book, big ephemera book number 1. That was the first big ephemera book that I made. So now this one is very thin and very easy to manage now. Because I'm kind of, about it. I am transitioning away from ephemera books to ephemera drawers, to stash drawers. And the moment that I saw Louisa Heinzel's apothecary type cabinet that she has with all the drawers, that big, huge unit that she has, I fell in love and I coveted it badly. But of course, I don't have the room for that here. Could never do something like that. Well, I shouldn't say never, and I shouldn't say something like that, because I did kind of do something like that on a much smaller scale. So my little faux apothecary type setup has 4 drawers to it. And the top drawer is for textures, and then the next drawer is clusters, and then a drawer for people, and right now the bottom drawer is for coins. But I think that's going to change, because I was having a talk with myself like I do quite often, and I said, self, you don't need to put coins in that bottom drawer, because this should be things that you reach for often, like textiles. And people, if you're just going to say like Tim Holtz paper dolls, not so much. But I did more than just paper dolls. I'll show you. Here's people. So people is paper dolls from Tim Holtz, and then I have some fussy cuts from Scrimping Mommy, Amanda with Scrimping Mommy. Then I have some people from magazine pictures that have been cut out. This is a retro people that came in Happy Mail, which I will probably never use. Oh, thanks, Tony, for subscribing. Retro's not my thing, but we have a retro, don't we? Let's see. I'm reading here, just a minute. Altered book, photo frame, double tag. I think what I'm thinking about retro is the last prompt is mixed media tag and urban graffiti. So when I read urban graffiti, I said to myself retro. So this doesn't look like graffiti. So I won't be using that. And then I have some cabinet card digital printouts. And then I have some real pictures. Oh, look at this. These are some paper dolls, what I really consider paper dolls, retro again, that were in an old book that I bought. It was an old art book. It has little clothes that you can put on them. And here's a little umbrella and hats. And we have a baseball bat and another hat for these guys. Oh, I'm never going to find that in there. That's a little hand. We'll have to move that. But then I have some old pictures. Not very many. So these are in Hoardland right now because I think I only have 3. Isn't that terrible? Are you like that too? You can't use your stuff until you have what you predetermined to be the right amount before you're not afraid to use them. But yeah, I got this off of Amazon, and there's 4 drawers like this, and then it had this little thing in the front. So I just took a little piece of Tim Holtz scrapbook paper and my label maker and put people on there, and that's as close as I can get to what Louisa did to hers. It makes me happy. The reason why I put the coins in here, and it's more than coins, it's some matchboxes that my sister gave me along with the coin. Well, my brother-in-law gave me a bunch of the coins and this paper money. He travels a lot, and then I went to an outdoor market and got a lot more of these coins. I got a big amount for $3. So, but the thing is I am not I'm not in a hurry to use them. I thought they were really cool, especially these. These really interest me. And some of these are very light and will be very easy to drill a hole through. And then there's some old keys in here from, I think, a grandfather on my mother's side that my sister gave me. But anyways, this is not a good spot for them. I need to put something there that I'm going to use a lot. Okay, so I did that and I did that. I was thinking of some kind of focal point, but at the moment, nothing is coming to me. Maybe, so I've got a little fabric and a button there. That's cute. Do I want to try to put a butterfly here somewhere? How about some gold splatter? We could do that. I think you're right, Casey. I am totally ignorant about foreign money because I've never, well, except for, we get Canadian pennies and dimes here. But other than that, so even with that, I've never been out of the United States. Well, no. I lied again. Twice in one video now I've lied. We did, when we were in Yuma, Arizona last year, we did, well, I went over the border once with my husband because he was going over the border to get his dentures, get a new set of dentures, get all his teeth pulled, and a brand new set of dentures. Of course, Mexico makes that affordable. I was kind of planning on doing something while I was there too, and I chickened out. But I really don't want to get dentures because I'm afraid that I'm the type of person that if I get dentures, I will say, oh, I don't have time to put them in yet. I'm going to just go sit in front of the computer and start my day's work. And then it'll be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, of course, you can't eat without your dentures. So I guess, having not been a person who's worn dentures before, I guess when I got hungry, I'd put the things in, wouldn't I? Either that or I'd eat yogurt and applesauce. just putting things where I hopefully won't lose them for now. And then what was I going to do? I've already forgotten. I was talking about butterfly. I was also thinking about maybe a little charm. I need to put some more glue there. Hmm. Well, the internet says that you have to have a passport no matter what. But when we got down there, the other people at we stayed at a, um, oh, like a senior retired, not like a, um, like a 50 and over type RV park. And that looks cool. I could do that. So I'll just take a little twine and see what that looks like. This. So when you say Mexico this winter, Joan, do you mean this winter or next winter? You probably mean this winter. The reason why I'm asking is because I'm thinking about, well, us probably going back to Human next winter. Alaska is just too darn humid for me. And the weather, I don't want to say the weather, the temperature, keeping the trailer climately controlled or whatever is a huge challenge, because when the sun starts to come up, it just bakes in here. I don't care if it's like 63 degrees out and I'm roasting. And then around 4:30, when the sun starts to go down, or whenever that is, it really starts to get cold. And like this winter is in February. Okay. So while I was finishing off my last client meeting today, I was starting to freeze because for the meeting before that, I was roasting. So I had the air conditioning on and the fan and everything, because I didn't want to have to keep wiping my forehead with a tissue because I was perspiring. Thought, no, that's going to look tacky. And I was doing a Zoom meeting. Well, instead, I just didn't hook up the camera. Like, tough. You'll just have to look at the icon thing, whatever it is. Live with it. But then my second client brought his little cute 4-year-old daughter onto the Zoom meeting, and she was smiling all big and happy. Okay, good night, Casey. Have a good evening. And she was like wanting to see me, so I had to turn my camera on. She's a cutie. Okay, I think I was going to do the gold splatters. Man, I already forgot. And we're past an hour into this video. I need to wrap this up. 8:50 here, Central Time. Yep, as you know, Tony, I'm not a native Boisean because I'm not a native Idahoan. I was born in Ohio, but I lived in Idaho and primarily the Boise area for from 88 to when we started doing the snowbird thing. And so my last address was that brand new Caldwell Park, Sun Point. And then before that, I was at Center Point in Napa. And then before that, I was in a brick and mortar house on Maple Grove. And I love that southwest area of Boise. I love it. And I've lived in Meridian. I used to live on Pine Avenue in Meridian. Yeah, so Boise is very cold for an RV that says it's weather protected, and it's not. Our first RV was brand new, out of the box, and it said it was all season. And we said BS on that. And I mean, the furnace didn't even want to work like it was supposed to. The thing kept tripping. What is that? The fuse kept tripping. I feel like I'm still not saying the word I want. Anyways, that was miserable. My husband was freezing. I did a pretty good job of layering, putting long johns on, and pants and sweatshirts over the long johns. Oh yeah, you want that card to be running, Joan. Okay, well I am done here, guys. I have my gold splatter on, and I did my handle, my paper bag handle with the slow stitching, and I am happy with this. I'm going to leave this open and put it over on my table after I take a picture of it, and I'm going to call that good. Thank you so much again for spending time with me. I surely do appreciate you. I hope that you took a moment to hit that thumbs up button, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye. Dry, dry, dry.